Jardine, back in the Nutnfancy project.
Hey everyone.
It's good to see you.
It's good to be back.
How's Corona been treating you?
Pretty lame, just like everybody else. We're cooped up in the house, and it's everybody's trying to get out of the house. We're kicking and scratching with cabin fever, but right now doing good. Everything's good now. Happy to be out of the house with you, and we're gonna have a great time, man. Look at this great scenery here. This is amazing.
This is a place I scouted out on the KTM 1190. Welcome to Operation Valkyrie, where we explore the capabilities of a 224 Valkyrie operationally. And we're gonna bring you along through every part of the process.
Awesome.
Prepare to be bored.
Well,
seriously.
The hardcore TMPers will dig it. This is gonna be cool. We'll have camp set up. We'll show the situation, setting up steel, ranging targets, the hike that we're gonna have. We got some, as we've already discussed off camera, we've got some pretty good hikes planned out. So this is gonna be fun, man. It's a good experience.
So it's gonna be not at the range. It's just gonna be how I envision a gun like this would be employed, long distance. And we really wanna see if 224 Valkyrie is everything it's cracked up to be. I'm gonna talk more about its ballistic advantages and its numbers and specifications later in the vid. This might be the sight-in video right here, Jardine. So we'll show them how we sight in, the groups we get. We're running a Palmetto 20-inch rifle length gas system. Okay. We'll show you more about that later. Tell them about our ranges out here. So looking that way, that clump of trees out there.
As we're looking out, we're sitting on top of a nice little hillside here. This will be where we stage operations. This will be camp here. So from this location to these trees is about 700 yards is what we ranged. 750
right out here.
And over here was 740. Oh,
right about where I'm showing you guys right here, it's about 1,000 if we choose to shoot out in the valley. But the disadvantage would be we have a full value crosswind there.
Yeah, we have no protection. This is a full open valley, so we've got some pretty good yardages, I think.
Look at the backdrop, how cool that is.
Yeah, this is great.
Before we send rounds, our safety observer and spotter will clear out any ATVers or someone else who might be traversing the lane of fire. But this is way out in the middle of nowhere. So it's like 80 miles.
80 miles.
80 miles from anywhere till you run into Tooele, depending on which way you go.
Yeah, this has been a good drive. I mean, a lot of dirt road. Man, miles and miles and miles of dirt road. So
yeah.
Where we're sitting right now was a pretty good little jaunt off of this main dirt road, so I don't think we'll see too much as far as traffic up here. I think we'll be pretty much in the clear. But yeah, we got some good ranges to shoot from.
How high is this hill? Because it never shows properly in the video. It looks like we're sitting on something flat.
No,
How high is the hill you're on top of right now?
We're probably 150 feet above that road. 100 feet?
Yeah.
150?
At least, yeah.
We're pretty high up, actually.
Wolverine is here. It's going to be our tactical support vehicle. Where we're going to drive the steel, it might be on the backside over here. It's going to really allow us to set up a target where we couldn't hike it in. Because the steel target we're going to hike in is about 100 pounds total with a base and everything. And then we have this paper target to set up at long range and stuff I showed you in the gear prep. This is, by the way, what it looks like all loaded up. When I showed you it, I was like, you're about 70% there. This is loaded up. And I still forgot stuff.
Never fails.
So much stuff to bring. So I think you guys are going to like it. Operation Valkyrie in full force right now. Beautiful, beautiful day. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. Jardine can stay with me for a night and then he's got to boogie back. I don't know how the videos will go. Maybe I stay out here for 2 nights. I'm kind of planning on that for me. And then here's a sweeping look at the landscape. Just amazing. I know you guys are looking at this and just salivating because this is like a long-range shooting fantasy area. Is it?
It's awesome, dude. This is awesome. You can shoot as far as you wanted. I mean, you have endless range.
3,000 yards that way with a backdrop. Easy, probably longer.
And really no traffic, nobody out here. So
now, do I reveal this location later? Maybe. Jardine and I are thinking about it, but it'll be given only to TMP Patreon members. If you're not joined up, you're losing out. This video will definitely post there. I don't even know if I'll go main channel with this.
It's worth joining, and if the location is disclosed, it'll be there'll be a nice surprise waiting for you if you do get the
little spoiler right there.
The actual location. So yeah, join up on Patreon. It's worth it.
So this is Base Station Valkyrie is the name of this hill. Base Station Valkyrie, or BV.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna start setting up camp. We got a ton of work to do, and then we're gonna get to sighting in. That's the game plan. Everything is completely subject to change. It's epic. It really is. It's cool. We have the time to do this. We have the health to do it. And that we help your systems. Maybe you're looking at a 224 Valkyrie, you want some data. I know TMPers have contacted me, and honestly, I'm learning. And you're gonna see me learning with a cartridge right here, right now. Here we go. Thanks for watching. Unloaded, setting up camp. Jardine's setting off to scout out the placement of a 750-yard target on terrain. So he's on radio, these. So ICOM F4S, these things right here. And then he's gonna come over to this ridgeline here, and we're gonna check it out and see if we have access up here with a Wolverine so we don't have to port up the 100-pound target. And I'm setting up my tent. I've never done it before. It's just a cheapo I bought. It's a truck tent. Like I said, I wanna get a camper shell. I do anticipate that happening sometime. But for now, it's the tent. Setting this tent up is nightmarish, by the way. Jardine's back. What'd you find out?
Okay, so what we have is, I found the road. We go down, we come around, and we've got a road that actually will take us up below where our 700-yard shooting location is, right below those rocks.
Yeah.
Except for the road actually has, there's like a 100-yard square fence put up around a perimeter of the property.
Really?
Right where the road goes through. There's a gate.
Really?
It's wired off. So what I'm thinking, and it looks like the road actually passes all the way through.
DNR, because it's not private land out here.
Well, and there's
maybe
like
a watering place.
There's something in there. There's like a utility shed. I mean, you can see there's a building in there.
Okay.
So we could drive up. We'd have to lump that steel up.
It ain't happening. I ain't hiking it uphill.
The road goes all the way through, so I'm thinking there's another road that right down by where we came in.
You want to go scout that one?
Yeah, I think that's what I was gonna.
Yeah, go do that.
I think if we loop around, I may be able to get up somewhere on that hillside right there, and it may take us right to that location.
Cool. All right. Keep your volume up, and you probably won't be able to hear me over the motor. It's so freaking loud.
Give me a sound check, if you
okay.
Yeah.
Test. Are you on GMRS 7?
Yeah, I got you.
Test.
We're good there. Okay, I'll run down there. We'll see if we can get up on that.
Sounds good. I'm still flailing with this tent.
Oh, really?
Wish me luck.
Is this the first timer?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's complicated.
Get the instructions out.
I'm working on it. And I've set up a lot of tents.
Right.
Yeah, I think you got the better end of the deal.
Probably.
Jardine came back because he wisely said, hey, if I'm going to do one trip, let me go ahead and haul the steel while we're doing it.
Yeah,
so here's this one right here. I'll film. You like how I'm doing all the heavy lifting? Yeah. So this is the large IPSC. Great target. That's an action target, 500, AR 550, I think, steel.
Well, it's had a lot of rounds on it, hasn't it?
And you've helped. Last 10 years, you've thrown a few against that.
Yeah.
What I'm finding is I'll bust the welds on these. So over time, as I hit it with high caliber, 308 or above, 300 Win Mag, it'll break that weld. 338 Lapua is really hard on it.
Oh, I'll bet. Is there anything? It should be fine. It's not going to slide around much.
It will totally slide around.
Do you want me to anchor it down with anything?
Yeah, let's put something under something. Here's the stand right here, Jardine. Gotcha. So this will go. There's a wrench.
Actually, what is
no,
it?
there's
3/4.
There's. I just had it. I have multiples.
I've got one right there in my truck.
Maybe put that target on this cardboard and maybe it won't slide around as much.
Yeah.
If you wet that cardboard, it'll have some more traction. And I have 3/4 inch wrenches. I'll find them. Bad news from Jardine. He was telling me on the radio that there's really no approach to the place that we want to set the target up. Okay, so what I'm thinking is this ridge right here. See that one?
Yeah, this one is
Can you go down and then hit that ridge and just stay on top of that ridge? Is there an approach down there?
Might be able to get that.
So, because if you can set that up, that'll at least give us 400.
Where do you want to? You want to put it right here, right in front of this little lone
Well,
tree? Or how far do you want to go?
Let's visit and think about what we're doing and be smart. Do you want to set up in the East Valley instead? Because you can do that right now. Just come down here in the East Valley, set that up. Why don't you do that?
East Valley would be easier.
It's easier. It's quicker.
Right,
and then make sure you cone it up. Yep. You should have the truck in sight, lays it.
Yep.
Give us, take the other target too.
Okay.
Set that up and give the small target at about 400 yards.
Okay.
The small lipstick, and then we'll do the large lipstick at probably 800.
Okay.
Around there. Maybe that clump of trees would be good, right? The 3 trees that we scoped?
Oh yeah, I think.
Because that's a great way to find the target.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
So that clump of trees out there, or a beam it. A beam it anywhere.
Let's take a look.
That is probably an F-35 flying through the valley. Where is he? Doing a low level maybe. Dude, he was close. He's probably right in that valley over. I can't see him though. Low level route right through here probably. So cool. Hard to find a way to get into the place where we want the target to be. So we had to spend about 45 minutes of just backtracking. He's actually on an old trail that the Wolverine will fit on. Now he's pushing out to about 750 yards for the big IPSC. I love the Wolverine because it's so light-footed, so it doesn't really do any damage down there because it has such low ground pressure. Okay, that group of trees right there, Jardine, I lays at about 767. So if you lays the truck right now, I bet you're around 7 1/4 or so. Whatever it is, you can set the big plate up there.
Roger.
Radios are working pretty good. Worked behind terrain too. He was actually right over there behind them hills and we could still talk to each other. That was cool. They're not very powerful though. I think these are only 2 watts. Might be more than that. 4 watts, I forget. So this whole thing just busted. Not working. Throw it in the garbage. I gotta inflate this by hand. Awesome. Jardine is just reliable. You know that?
Does it look like it's oriented okay to you?
I'd have to throw optics on it to check. Hang on, let me throw the binos on it and I'll tell you. So first time with a truck tent. I more or less have it on right. I'll fine tune it later, maybe. Maybe I won't.
Maybe you won't have time.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
So I've never done a truck tent before. That was a pain to inflate because my inflator broke. Everything fails out here, right?
That's the curse.
It's the curse of the desert. So it wouldn't turn on. It just ain't working. So I had to do it manually by the pump and orally. I know you like that word. So this is the Wolverine. Jardine was kind enough to go set our targets up. We're gonna go down in the valley and sight in. You're seeing right here the purpose for the X4. One of them has multi-purposes in the project, content generator, but also tactical support vehicle. And you can see all the stuff. Do you like that? I bailed on that one. Yeah. All the stuff loaded up in the back, and that's just for zeroing, right, Jardine?
Yeah, and we pretty much stuffed that thing. It's got about everything in there you can fit. A little bit of room there, but we got to run the tailgate down to fit a table. But I think it's smart.
Yeah,
it's a good design.
Yeah, and I pulled one of those seats out for this purpose.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna go down there and probably take about 2 hours to do what we're doing.
Yep.
We'll zero. We'll see how the 224 goes. I have the specifics of the cartridge we'll talk about down there. Okay. I'm gonna double check the zero on my SPR, the 18-inch build I have. That is already zeroed, but as you know, zero doesn't last. It's for a certain day, certain conditions.
It doesn't. We're a little bit cooler. We're at a higher elevation. There could be things that change from wherever you zeroed it at before. So
yep,
it'll be good to double check.
And then we got 2 tester ARs we need to get some paper for the tabletops.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, look at this day, dudes. Woo! Now, we did have to change our plans. I don't know if I represented it on camera. Mm-hmm. He spent literally an hour scouting this area over here. And pretty much inaccessible unless we blaze our own trail.
Unless we're either hiking or trying to just mow through a bunch of stuff in the Wolverine, but there's really no access to that side of the valley.
We'll keep looking. Maybe we find something later. But
this is easy access, easy setup for the amount of time we have. This will do for today.
Yeah,
get that in.
We got the full valley crosswind coming out of the north, though.
Yes, we do.
So this way is north, guys. This way is south. Mm-hmm. Wind's coming this way. Yep. That's what we deal with every time we shoot on a ridge. Every damn time.
Every time. Anytime it gets warm in the desert, man. I mean, you shoot early morning, you got nice calm day, but once it starts to warm up, the wind picks up. So
yeah,
got to get used to that.
And we got a chronograph too. We need accurate velocities. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. We'll see you down in the valley. Actually, I'll drive down there with you. Jardine will drive. Dusty ride, ain't it?
It's actually not that bad. It's a little dusty.
I think it helps with the enclosure zipped open.
Oh, you think? Really?
Yeah, when you have it closed, you eat dust.
Really?
I wish it wasn't that way.
Turns around and sits in this cab with you.
Let's just say no matter what you do, you're going to be eating dust. A lot of it.
Well, what else is new with the desert, right?
So Jardine and I are talking how epic this place is. It really is. This is probably our favorite place we found out here yet. Base Station Valkyrie.
I'm gonna maybe drive a little slower so we don't shoot something out the back.
Yeah, roger that. Another good thing about having the Wolverine is that it will fit in narrow spaces for setting targets like he just did over here. Mm-hmm. And then also I can leave my tent set up in the Titan. So can you imagine like trying to relocate that with the tent? Blowing it'd be like Beverly Hillbillies. Guys be going, what is going on? By the way, in the drive-in, we were freaking out how many people there are out here now, right?
Oh dude, I've never seen so many people out this way.
And we're remote, and there's like travel trailers really close. Everywhere.
Yeah, the road we came in on, not so much, but we do have a neighbor camping a little to our north a ways. Hopefully that should be a problem with us, but yeah, on the way in here, there was so many people camping. It was amazing.
I've never seen it before.
No.
And this gets back to what I was telling you guys. Like if you think you're gonna bug out and be the only ones out here, it ain't gonna happen. You're gonna have all types of people out here, and there's no water out here anyhow. This is not a great place. I'm gonna set one cone out by the road, so we actually never mind. You know where the turnoff is.
Yep.
I can't believe people just blow that sign off, man.
Just don't even care. And really, it's more of a courtesy to somebody that's trying to camp. If they come up that way, they already know somebody's up there.
Roger that.
Yeah, we've got ATVers plowing through our.
We're not going to tell you what we're talking about. We'll tell you later when we see you in person.
Yeah. Nice. The reason I set that target up where we did is.
You can just set the table up right here, yo.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, it works for me.
This is a good place you found. Look how flat that is.
There wasn't a lot of, well, there's not a lot of clearing. See how we, I mean, you look out, look at all the patches everywhere. Coming back, I knew we were getting close to 400. This was the only place I had that was really kind of flat and open.
What'd you say it was, 450?
This is just a shade over 400. I think it was 415 is what I.
And you can see the truck from where we're at on top of that ridge.
Yep.
That is base station Valkyrie up there. That's where all the eggs and chocolate are stored.
Yeah. Shoot ya. Not for long though.
What'd you bring to eat, by the way?
Oh, just my MREs. They're 10 years old. They're almost past their.
Fast and easy, huh?
Fast and easy.
I was gonna. I do have.
Jelly.
Oh, look, our guys are bugging out, man.
No, I think they're this new group, dude. Cause look, just down.
That's one of those trailers we're talking about. Look.
Just down further is our other friend. You can see him. You see the top.
Are there two trailers out there?
Yeah, there's a trailer. So you see this guy's a different guy coming up that hill. And the road he's going up.
Where the hell is he going?
I don't know. He can't go up very far.
That gets technical, doesn't it?
Well, it gets steep. He's going to go around those trees, that little tree line. If he tries to go around there, there's a steep little embankment. And then as you go up around, there's actually a sweet campground. That may be where he's headed. There's a nice little enclosed kind of flat area, fire pit and everything set up.
That's the one you just scouted in the Wolverine.
Well, I scouted it, but we had nowhere.
Look, here's another one. Holy hell.
God, dude, this is just insane.
I have never seen this.
And this is so, like when we say remote, it is so remote.
This is not close to anywhere.
No, it was a drive.
It's a freaking Kung Flu scare bringing all these people out.
Everybody's got cabin fever. They're just trying to get out of that.
I don't fault anybody for getting out. I don't.
No, I don't either.
As long as they don't set up next to us. I mean, this place has a lot of place. Just set up,
a lot of places.
half a mile away.
Sure. And man, if we can just keep this area open, there's nowhere to camp here. You'd have to drive. Look at this.
There's no campsites. There's actually no roads right through here.
And this is
like an overgrown road.
This is an overgrown. Probably hasn't been used in forever. This road, and I don't know where it takes us to. I know from up there we can see it takes us. It goes up around the valley, up along that kind of the foothills right there.
Yeah.
Towards those mountains, but I don't think anybody's used this. So
dude, I would love to explore that in the X4.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
We're gonna be so busy with this shoot, man. I don't know if we're gonna have time.
It would be awesome, man. I bet if you got up there, there's not really anything up there. It'd be cool to see it though. Take that all the way around, see where that takes you. And
yes.
Right up into those little canyons.
You're speaking my language right there.
Yeah.
I bet there's some epic places up here
that nobody goes.
Yeah, because this is accessible here.
Yeah.
Although coming up our hill is a little more technical. You're not going to see a travel trailer at the top of this hill.
No, we lucked out getting that spot really, because the only thing you're going to see up there is tent campers like us or guys just ATVing over the top.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty steep to get up there. Maybe we'll show it on the video on the way back. We have to show the sign. So
okay, I was going to keep that secret. We'll tell them.
Well, you guys will see it. You guys.
Well, and the sign's not made up. He's actually under quarantine right now.
Self-quarantine. Yeah, 6 feet.
Yeah, self-quarantine. There's someone at his work that got CV.
Yeah. We think. It's not even confirmed yet. That's why it's...
okay, so it's not confirmed.
It's tentative. It's a tentative
again, this is feature length. We're showing you everything. I'm not going to cut much out of this video.
Okay.
It may be an hour and a half long, each one.
Well,
it shows you how this comes to be.
Well, and at the rate we're going, this will be an hour and a half for sure. We're going to get the table set up, and then we're going to walk this out of hard yards, and then we're going to zero these things.
I love Jardine, man. He is such a hard worker. He's so reliable, too. I hope I didn't dump shit out of the bag as we're driving. Probably did. I think we're good. Dude. We'll watch for it as we drive back up the mountain.
Your thong panties fell out. Sorry, man.
No, it's my fault. I should have zipped it. It's my fault. All right, we're setting up.
Let's go. Get this. I didn't realize it was Actually, we'll just do that. Just make sure
Yeah,
we
that's
don't-
fine. And that's why I have this, dudes. So I always bring a staple remover. I used the Cadet for years, but much better for that. And what Jardine's doing is locking it down for winds, because right now the winds are nothing, but we've been here so many times it cranks up to 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, it'll come out of nowhere, and boy, it'll be sustained for...
Right.
We get a little bit of a breeze as we speak, but yeah.
Okay, you got the base. We're gonna need at least, did we leave that other shot bag? We brought all 3 shot bags, right?
Got one right here.
Okay, we need 2 on the base.
Okay.
So 2 on the base, that locks it down so it doesn't blow over in the wind.
This guy comes.
This is my target carrier out of the Titan. I got some in there, I'll show you right now. So SR 1911's coming up for review. That's my paper on that. FNS 9L, STI 40 1911, FS 9L. Oh, dude, I have a Palmetto 224. Dude, I already have a Palmetto in here. I forgot I shot it at 100 yards.
Do you want to just confirm 0?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And I want to see if it does better than this. Look at this group.
I'm seeing it, dude. That's tight.
That's good, huh?
Yeah.
So the Hornady 88 has a really high BC. I don't have a lot of rounds in that, but that's our 700 yard round.
Okay. Yep.
700 plus.
Okay.
What we want to see, and this paper kind of shows it, is a difference in impact points between that 75 range load, this is the inexpensive one, and the premium Hornady 88.
Okay.
And what we're talking about here, guys, is this one right here. Look at that, a 0.545 BC. And
wow.
There's the data on it. So I printed all this off and glued it to the freaking box. So this one is an 88 grain ELD from Gunny's, the Great American Gun Store. That's where I bought it from. And it's got a really high BC. Now, the numbers they're showing here is out of a 24-inch barrel. So that's unrealistic. We're shooting out of a 20, but they're saying muzzle was 26.75. They're saying at 500 yards, your drop is minus 47.4 inches.
Okay.
And then this one is the Hornady Black. Also, they're showing out of a 24-inch barrel because they always want to make their numbers look good.
Sure.
And people don't read the fine print and they go, oh, that's a 24 barrel.
No.
So they're saying the data is on this bullet on the Hornady Black 75 grain BTHP, 0.395 BC. And by the way, all this is important because we put it into our ballistics computer.
That's right.
So we're gonna get tight numbers and we're gonna do come-ups and the whole thing for this long range.
Yep, we should be smacking these targets. With all that information, we should be able to hit these without much
You should be. I'll probably be missing. It's 3,000 muzzle velocity. I don't think we're gonna see that. And then notice it's a less drop since it's a lighter bullet, minus 41 inches at 500 yards. So we'll be between this and we'll do the come-ups in the Night Force program.
That's right, and I don't know if you already told them, but we did bring the chronograph.
Yes,
We have a
I'm gonna
chronograph
set that
right
up while
here.
you're driving down.
Yep, we'll set this guy up and we'll confirm our numbers, and then we'll know for sure what we have velocity-wise, so that our numbers are accurate when we shoot out to long range.
Now the chronograph usually has problems reading with shiny bullets, so dang it, I had it and then it popped out. I had a thick black marker, but I do have my Sharpie, so we blacken the bullet tips and it seems like it reads really good with that. We do have good clarity in the sky, so sometimes it reads good, but if it gets cloudy and the contrast is low, I shoot round after round and it's not reading. With all the chronos I've tried.
We should be okay. A few
Yeah.
clouds in the sky, but we
Agree.
should be good.
Is so this is a 0.40 BC. Bullet density for whatever reason is or whatever, it's sectional density 0.912. I don't think we need that. 75 grain. This is the affordable load. 12 bucks a box at Gunny's, dude.
Really?
12 bucks a box for 224 Valkyrie?
Well,
We'll see how that shoots right now.
you know, we need...
That's cheap.
Well, yeah, but we're hoping, because we talked before we even got going out here today, we were talking about the 224 Valkyrie and how, I don't know anybody that owns one. It's a rare gun to really see a lot of people.
Never heard of anyone that has it.
I don't know.
No
anybody,
one.
Nobody. So,
Couple guys
kind
that are
of
running
hoping-
Grendel, 6.5 Grendel.
but what really we're hoping for is, if this load just totally tears it up and we have great results out here today, then maybe we can get it popular. I mean,
Exactly.
if you're thinking about it, you'll know from the data we give you today. So this may be a great load. Hopefully, if it picks up in popularity, maybe it'll become a little more affordable.
Hey, firm. That's your rundown on the cartridges. I'm not going to give you any more data than that because it just gets boring. Too late.
Okay.
Too late.
Okay, I'm gonna go run this out.
So Jardine is lasing it to make sure we get exactly 100. That takes about 10 minutes to get the range right. Just walking back and forth, double checking. And then anytime I go long range, I really want to be right at 100 for the 0, because any error at 100 when I do my come-ups is going to result in a miss if I'm not right on. So I'm just trying to be as precise as I can in field conditions, and that's what this is, just field conditions. Incidentally, all the ranges around Utah are shut down. So there's no ranges you can go to shoot. They're all shut down with coronavirus. So I'm gonna come out here regardless, which I do anyhow, but just so you know. Really nice day. I mean, I don't have that much crosswind right now. Hope it stays that way. And then I'm gonna try to remember to put that T1000 target illuminator on my long target, my long steel target. So Jardine and I are gonna run down and put that on. That should work. And again, you see how the X-Force is really narrow as opposed to like the Polaris North Star. It just steps so lightly on terrain, you don't even know it's there really. Thanks, bro.
You got it, buddy. Let's knock this thing out.
Okay, you're gonna go first, Jardine.
Okay.
Good trigger, good breath. I mean, this is for the gold.
Okay.
And I'll probably, let's start shooting that 88. So
Okay.
give me like 6 rounds of the Hornady 88.
Okay.
3-shot group, start upper left, top target, and then work down.
Okay, upper left top target.
We are canned up. I have a Gemtech Trek steel on the gun. You'll see it, he's gonna pull it out right now. And I showed it to you on the driveway when I was doing the gear loadout check. Now it's interesting as we look at this gun, the approach that I went with is I wanted something affordable. So this is not like a top-end 224 Valkyrie, Jardine. This is something that guys could easily add to their system. It's cost effective. This upper is very inexpensive. It's a 15-inch M-LOK, Midwest Industries, 20-inch rifle length gas system, 416R stainless, I believe is what Palmetto used on it. Low profile gas block. They have a bolt carrier group that comes with it, and so it's fitted with a proper bolt carrier, so you don't have to worry about that. I think there's like a Type 1 and a Type 2 bolt you have to pair up with a Valkyrie.
Okay.
But it's ready to go, and all I did is push pin this on top of my Palmetto 20-inch AR-15. That's why this is on there. So this is the 20-inch PA-15 I reviewed, standard A2 stock, standard grip on it. I did put this on it, enlarged Magpul trigger guard. I put this short Picatinny rail on it, put this very inexpensive sling on it just for when we go hiking. And then Aero Precision mount, Pro Staff 7. Veltor is my charging handle, I think. And then a POF 4.5, oh, BCM Gunfighter. Which one is that?
This is BCM Gunfighter 556.
Yeah, they have different versions, whatever it is. I love that charging handle though.
It's nice.
And then a 4.5 pound modular POF trigger. What were you saying?
Oh, nice. I was going to say, this is light. I mean, even the longer barrel, it's not nearly as heavy.
Wait till you take that can off. It's even lighter. So, oh, I forgot that muzzle device. I meant to bring a muzzle device, but no time. You can see the chambering here. Valkyrie 1-in-7 twist. It's actually just slightly under 1-in-7, I think. Everything's cleaned and lubed, giving it the best shot for accuracy is what we're trying. Here we go.
Okay. And safety check wise,
you got the glass.
Yeah,
just
don't
scan, make
down
sure no one's
here.
down there.
As far as what I'm seeing, we're good.
Okay, so we're just making sure no one's in the background here. No roads over here, by the way, like we said. It's BFE. First rounds. First round, Operation Valkyrie. Jardine kicks it off. This is a Federal American Eagle load. Watch the chrono. $27.83. $27.60. $27.66. Shooting real consistent. Those rounds at least. That is really good actually. You want consistent velocities. That's a dupe, 27.66, same velocity. 27.49. $27.37. I think you got 3 more rounds to go, right?
Yep.
So what we're doing, we're shooting 3-round groups, 100 yards, operational. Operation Valkyrie. We're grinding the wheat before we have fun. Man, that load is consistent. 27.49. This one right here. $27.54. Nice barrel too. That's a good indicator of a good barrel usually.
Okay.
Good job, dude.
All right.
All right, gun safe.
Safe.
This is what the Valkyrie round looks like, dudes. It's basically a neck down 6.8 SPC to a .224 bullet. It's dirty because we're shooting it out of a DI gun, so that back pressure is going to come all back here and make a mess. That's pretty normal. So let's review the data on that Federal load. I'm going to come in front.
Okay.
So I just want to go to the average and stuff. So the high was 27.83, low 27.37, average is 27.58.
Wow.
So I'm going to put that in as our velocity for this load.
27.58. Got it.
So what did the box say? I didn't write it down. What they were promising. Is it on the box somewhere? I bet they're saying 3,000 feet per second.
Right here, yeah, at the muzzle, 3,000 feet per second.
Like I said, as if. We're seeing basically 27.60.
Yeah, and again, that's out of a 24-inch barrel. So what are we shooting at 20 here?
True, and we're shooting at a higher elevation though, so the air's thinner up here. We're at about 5,500 feet elevation.
Yeah, this is probably a completely controlled environment. I mean, I'm just going to guess. Completely controlled environment. Everything's perfect. All the variables are controlled. That's what they did. So
you ain't gonna get that velocity.
Not out here.
This is why you would never plug in what's on the box.
Yeah, you got to check.
Unless you like missing a lot.
You got to confirm. You got to confirm everything.
And every 100 yards you go out, your error gets much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So any tiny error at 100 yards, you shoot at 700 yards or 800 yards,
It's
good luck.
Yeah, it's magnified.
Voice of experience.
Yep.
You and I've shot it and it's like, dude.
You know,
And that's assuming your human factors are good.
Yeah.
Your trigger pull, your breath control, your stability is awesome.
yeah, you got to be a good shooter. I mean, you get out to 5, 6, 500 yards really is still intermediate. I mean, if you're,
In a lot of people's minds it is.
Yeah. I mean,
For me, I can't hit at it.
well, it's a hard shot. I mean, the shot we have for 700, that is a lot. I mean, without an optic, it's hard to even spot it. We have to use binos or...
We've had this conversation before in Soldier Boy a lot, haven't we?
Lots. So optics help. I mean, for this, it's critical. There's no way you're going to do without. But for 700 yards, you really have to have your information dialed in.
Okay, I think before we go down to save time, why don't you go ahead, load up 6 rounds of the Hornady, 88 grain ELD. They're really good stuff.
Okay.
I wish I had more of that. I should have got more. Here's a way to open it right here, bro.
Perfect. Thank you. We want 6
So
rounds?
again, my cross-draw gun is a Walther PPQ long slide M2 version. I did remember my extra magazine. 115 grain standard pressure CCI aluminum case. I wish I had about 5,000 rounds of this stuff. They don't make it anymore. It's functioned in everything I've shot it in, and it's lightweight. The funny thing is as the desert gets darker, you're gonna see these people skedaddle.
No, it's 16. There's a 16.
Oh, 16?
Yeah.
So you got on 16 power?
Yeah, 16 power.
Okay, now I want you to check this out, dudes. This is pretty funny. I left this gun case out under a carport for like 3 weeks, and it was raining outside. It wasn't raining on the gun, but it got high humidity, and look, the barrel nut rusted. See the rust?
Oh, wow.
That's rust on the barrel nut, on a phosphate-coated, maybe Parkerized barrel nut.
Wow.
Showing once again, you need to basically drench your gun in a preservative if it's out of doors.
Yep. Wow. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
So we changed the string over. This is the Hornady premium load, 0.545 BC, 88 grain ELD. I have a note here, they also make it in a 75 grain VMAX load. About $1.15 per round. That's doable at Gunny's, the Great American Gun Store, which loaned me this upper, which I may purchase from him.
Okay, here we go.
Hit it. Nice, good trigger pull. Take your time. This is for the gold. 2501. $25.10. $25.30. Another consistent load, consistent barrel. Palmetto barrel. This is his next group. $24.92. $25.25. $25.15. Now I asked Jardine if he could see how he's hitting, but it's hard to tell, right?
It's hard to tell, but that last one, I pushed. I don't know what it's going to look like on that.
Well, is it a human factors throw, you're saying?
Yeah, on that very last shot, and it's
Okay.
on the bottom. We'll look at it. Bottom right corner. I think I threw it just a little bit. I feel like I pushed the trigger.
I kind of wish I'd put a lighter weight trigger on here for our long range. 4.5 pounds, I think, is a little bit stiff for what we're going to be doing.
What trigger did you say this is?
I think it's a POF.
It's actually not. I mean, it's not bad.
It's good.
Nice and clean.
Yeah,
But,
it's a
yeah,
good trigger.
The lighter trigger would be a little more helpful.
But the slightest trigger throw off at 700, you're bye-bye.
Yep.
All right, I have, give me just, do you, on your one paper, how many more orange squares do you
That's
have?
it. They're all shot.
Okay, so I want you to shoot between some.
Okay, we'll go on the.
Give me 3 shots of that,
Okay.
and then we'll drive down, we'll see how it is, and then I'll shoot.
Okay.
I have a feeling a lot of guys, oh crap, I shot all those, didn't I?
No. Yeah. I'm sure
Oh crap, I thought I shot all those. Sometimes I do that. I put the
spec
brass
case?
back into the box.
Yeah.
Glad there's some there. I have a feeling a lot of guys are going to want a 224 Valkyrie by the time we end with this series of videos.
I hope so, dude. I hope we see a really accurate gun here. I mean, I think the cartridge is getting, so much of what you see with a setup like this is a combination of a good barrel, a good cartridge, good optics, good shooter.
Yeah.
You blend all those together, man, you can have a nice rig. So I'm hoping we see some good accuracy out of this.
We'll find out at long range.
Yeah, we will know.
Probably tomorrow we'll do that on paper.
Okay.
And we'll see what's up.
Yeah, let's do it. That'd be great.
And we're going to compare it against 5.56 77 grain.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm. And I'm a big fan of 77s. For me, they work out to a range that I think is adequate, which is about 600 yards. That's as far as I ever plan on shooting an AR usually. But who knows? Maybe this opens up new possibilities for me.
It might. But I'm gonna give you one more group.
Okay.
I'll just shoot right in between our left hand.
Yep. As long as your aim point's super duper consistent.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta change strings. Safe your gun, point up.
Okay.
That way we'll see what this is doing. Oh, and I need to record this real quick. Hang on.
Oh yeah.
So this is the Hornady 88 grain ELD reviewing. We're gonna go to the summary. High was 2530. Low is 2492. Average 2512.
Okay.
Well below what the box says. Extreme spread 38. Standard D 14. 2512, and the box was saying at muzzle what?
2675.
Not that far off.
About 160 feet per second.
Out of a longer barrel.
Yeah.
2512. I got to input that into my program. I do have an observation before we continue. Are you ready?
Sure. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
If you decide you're going to shoot an AR-15 and you're just building up your system, and you decide you do want to shoot a heavier bullet, why would you not go with a 224 Valkyrie when it's $13 a box? Why would you not buy 1,000 rounds at $13 a box and make it your primary defensive cartridge?
You know, when
Booyah.
when you look at the round itself and the ballistics of it, the speed
Yeah.
we're getting out of it, the ballistic coefficient, flatter shooter, heavier bullet. Yeah, if you're going to start with an AR-15, why not?
Why not? If you're already committed to 5.56, I would think very, very hard about converting.
That's always, you know, kind of the argument. If you're committed to one cartridge or one weapon system, and you've got everything set up for that one cartridge or weapon system,
Ammo stored up, magazines.
I mean, you got to think about that. Like we've talked about this. Why I've never really switched over to an AK is because I don't want to go through. I mean, I prefer the AR-15. AKs are cool, but I don't want to go back through the whole process of storing up ammo, changing over magazines, everything.
Yep.
So, I mean, hobby gun, yeah, but I already have the AR-15 platform.
Yeah,
as my
I
base,
agree.
So,
I think when we come to the end of this Valkyrie thing, I think we'll be saying the same thing.
yeah.
Maybe we'll be more impressed with its long range capability, but right now, if you're building up an AR and you're just jumping into it, I would think maybe 224.
Yeah,
that's assuming you can get the ammo now and store it up now, because I don't know what the cost is going to do on this. I don't know what the availability is going to do on it.
We're again, you know, we're kind of in a weird time. Guns, firearms, ammunition, it's just hard to get. So we're back in
during Ammo-geddon, coronavirus.
Yes, Firearmageddon. You remember that one?
Yeah.
We're kind of in that same stage. So right now is a weird time, but if things settle down, we're back to normal before too long, hopefully. That's a definite option. If you haven't already started with an AR-15, 224 might be the way to go.
Check this out, though. It's an unusual caliber, and so you may go to your gun store or go somewhere online, and guess what's in stock? 224.
Oh, well, you see,
because there's a lot fewer guys running that system.
And you saw that when the 22 long rifle couldn't be found, but you could find 17 HMR everywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you have an advantage of this not being a real popular setup right now, and a less popular cartridge. This may be a more viable option to actually get ammo at this time.
Right now, flash in time.
Yep.
Subject to change.
It's just a snapshot in time.
All right, you're up.
All right. Here we go.
Your can is cooled off, so you might have that first round flying.
Okay.
So this is the Hornady Black 395 BC. I think it's a 75 grain. Oops, this load right here. Good looking cartridge. That's what it looks like. 75 grain butt tail hollow point. Not an ELD round, or bullet, I should say. Looking at the velocity. .2789. .2732. .2766. So that's just 3 shots, but what the heck? Safe?
Safe.
.2762. So it's right where that federal load is. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, that was 2758. This is 2762.
Yeah.
The Deves are, we need to shoot more rounds, but I don't want to waste them on this. We got to save them for the steel. 28 standard Deves. So you had more of a variation between shots. 27, what'd I say? 62?
2762.
Okay. What'd you say?
I said, I bet you can really hear those 77 grainers smacking that.
I think it's different than a 5.5. So when you shoot a 77 out here, I generally don't have a hard time hearing it out to about 400 yards. Past that, if the wind's kicking up, who knows?
Still can't do it.
All bets are off.
Well, 55 grains is pretty anemic. I mean, I hit steel plates just when I'm shooting at 300 yards, and you hear the pop, but man, it's a big difference between that and something heavier.
Dude,
bullet.
shooting 22 long rifle, there's guys at long range 22 long rifle.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna hear it.
No, dude, you have to.
From here to here, you're not gonna hear it.
Oh, no way.
You gotta have some way of spotting it, like a video camera or something.
For Jardine.
Maybe you train a dog to sit next to the target, and every time you hit it, it barks. Off to the side, I'm saying.
Hey, you can do it.
You can do it.
You got a good lab.
Look at this day we got, Jardine.
Dude, awesome.
No wind, really. No rain.
No, this is perfect, dude. Hardly any clouds.
All right, fingers crossed. This is Jardine's accuracy. You suck. Now, some of this may be the can, too, being cold to hot.
It's pretty accurate.
Okay, remember where you shot?
Yeah. So that was definitely me.
Ooh,
that
here,
one.
mark it up.
This one's good. Yeah, it's not.
Dang, I was hoping for better, man.
Well, that's probably, like I said.
What round is that right there?
So look at this, though. That's 3 shots.
That's really good. What round is it, though?
That's the Federal.
Okay,
Federal
mark it
red
up.
box.
Federal,
So,
75 grain.
Yeah, these are all 75.
When you
grain.
mark it, though, go through the, so we can see on the tabletop. Actually, never mind, I'm not doing a tabletop.
That's 3 shots, dude. That's 3 shots. This is Federal. Yeah. 77 grain.
75 is a Federal.
75.
I think so.
Okay, and this is also Federal.
Maybe 77, I forget. Just say Fed.
Okay.
That's a horrible group there.
I know, that's terrible. But this one, and again, I think that was the very first shot fired.
I was hoping for better for all these. I really was.
Well, and that was the Hornady. That was the last one we shot.
That's
again,
a Hornady?
First shot.
Yeah, I can attribute that to a cold suppressor.
2 shots. So, I don't know.
Dang it.
Well, your group's
well, I'll shoot it. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. It could just be me.
Yeah. Because this is why I'm disappointed, because that means at 700 yards we're going to have a big dispersion.
Well, that's about a 1 inch. And this is sub MOA. Like I said, very first shot taken.
All right, let me get behind it and see what we can do.
So
do you remember what load this is?
This is also Federal 75.
Okay, and I forget if it's 75 or 77.
Red box, basically. This is 75. This was the last one we shot, black?
Yeah, Hornady black, 77, I think. Yeah, it blows.
And that was the very last of the, these are both the same box, the Hornady silver box.
So that's an ELD, the 88 grain ELD.
Yeah.
And just go, yeah, Horn 88.
Hornady 88.
Wow, I was hoping better for that. I'll compare against my paper and see how it did. All right, let me try. Jardine's a good shooter. That's why I'm wondering the system just isn't performing the way we want it to. And then guess what? We're gonna shoot the SPR with 77s right here for comparison.
Okay, sounds good.
Cold can. Really good trigger pulls on that. I'm happy with them. Bottom left.
Okay.
There's 6. We'll check, let me double check those velocities.
Okay.
Gun safe. Should be 2758. Oh, it's good enough.
Close.
Let's stick with that.
2753. It's pretty close, dude.
Pretty close.
Pretty consistent.
Okay, here comes ELD.
Okay.
Quantity. I'm gonna do. How many boxes? How many boxes do I have at the truck? Do you remember?
Well, of this?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how many you have of that. What we have left of the Federal, we got 6 boxes here.
Yeah, I'll just do 3 of these.
Okay.
Should have bought more. Sorry, guys. It is what it is. There were other guns that needed ammo at the time. Okay, so this is ELD. I'm going to go dead center on this.
Okay.
Bottom target. Now, as a reminder to the viewers, we're not trying to go long range here. So you may go, why aren't you shooting paper at 500? We're trying to get a baseline for long range. I do like that trigger. That sucker's quiet, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, you're safe.
Let's go through review.
Yeah. Hit review and it'll go to average. Just cycle through it.
Okay, average 2512.
That's pretty close to what we had, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Starting string change.
Huh?
String change.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna do, I don't see our zero needs to be changed though. Do you see it hitting left or right or anything we need to do?
No.
It's basically right on. That's really important too for the long range stuff we're gonna be doing.
Yep.
Okay, this is Hornady Black 77. I'm really surprised how crappy the BC is on it. To be honest with you, I'm shocked actually. I'll go, I don't know, top right. Not a great group. There he is, dude. Look, F-35.
Dude, that is awesome. Wow.
Freaking A, man. We got it on camera. You might have a wingman.
Wow. That is
Isn't that cool,
dude. That is cool. You want to check averages?
Yeah. That should be, I think 2762 was the last average we had on that. $27.91.
2791.
How many? You shot more than I did, though, didn't you?
I did. I think I shot 6 rounds of that.
Let me see what we had for that.
Yep.
You know what that F-35 was doing?
No.
It's sent by the government to make sure everybody is social distancing out here. He's probably making a report right now. Hey, I saw this goof in a bright blue shirt. I could see him from 3 miles away, and he was right next to his buddy. We'll probably have government agents rolling in on us.
They're probably up there already, dude.
They better not mess with my eggs.
Have you shown camp from here? I don't know if they can see it from.
Yeah, they can totally see it.
Yeah, dude.
That tent looks rad. I'm kind of looking forward to checking it out, see how it works.
I think you're gonna like it.
I was gonna bring movies for us on the laptop. I forgot my hard drive though.
On the plate, John Wick.
Wick would have been a good one
awesome,
to make
dude.
fun of it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how I did.
Is it now started? I thought
Crank it. I think you actually have to turn the key. I could be wrong though.
I've been wrong before.
In the Wolverine, Operation Valkyrie. Are you bored yet? This is what happens. All right, fingers crossed. I felt really good about all these trigger presses. Really good about them. Let's see what's up. I'll be happy, Jardine, if that 75 Federal load is the most accurate, because we have more of it.
We got a box of that stuff.
What do you know? It is more accurate.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's not amazing.
Not amazing.
But that might be cold bore with the can.
We have kind of the same strain, though.
See, that's yeah. So this is the black right here, isn't it?
Yes, you said black. That was the last one you shot.
Yeah, here,
upper
film
right.
this and I'll mark it up real quick, just for posterity's sake.
Black was upper right.
So Palmetto. Was it PS 15, whatever the hell they call it. 224, 100 yards. Operation Valkyrie. It is April 20. This is a decent group. I'll take that one. That's not bad, right?
Yeah, that's good.
That's fed 75, right?
75, that's correct.
And that's America Eagle. So that's the most cost-effective load. Decent group here.
Was your Hornady 88, or was that?
So that's just maybe MOA right there?
Yeah, that's about MOA. We can deal with that. That's
Federal, good. 75. Boy, that Hornady is not doing good out of that barrel.
No.
I felt really good about those pulls too. That's Horn 88 ELD. I'm not impressed with that out of that barrel. Maybe another gun that loves it. Here is the Hornady Black, not doing good. Horn Black 77.
Yep.
Green. So that's going to get a down arrow. That's going to get a down arrow. This will get an up arrow. This will get an up arrow. Now let's compare it against the one I previously shot, and we'll see how it did.
Okay.
So
these are actually pretty similar, even to these up here, dude. And if you look at those groups down
there, right.
These are all
right. Exactly. So
look at that. So
this is repeating what you did.
Yeah.
Look, same load.
Hornady 88 is like this down here.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, pretty consistent, really.
It is.
So
the only difference is the Federal 75 is a little tighter on mine.
Yeah, and that's a 75 also.
Okay, so yeah.
So we got three 75s.
Yeah.
It
is repeating data. This Hornady load is not doing well.
No.
Out of that barrel.
Right.
With us this day.
Yes.
Let's go look at my 100-yard target from
a
bit back, because I want to show these guys. And by the way, this is the tabletop. So don't say, hey, when are you going to tabletop the Palmetto State Army 224 Valkyrie? This is it. Okay, so this was last month. See, I have better success. We got to make sure that can's tight, by the way. Make sure the can isn't loose.
Okay. Yeah, wow, that is a good group.
Big difference, right?
Yeah.
Federal, I didn't mark all these. These are better groups that day. Let's double check that can, make sure it didn't loosen.
Okay.
If it did, I'm not shooting it over. We're just going to go.
Okay.
This is good paper right here. So this shows you what the upper can do, right?
Yeah.
That's data.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, these are all really good groups.
Operational.
Yeah.
All right, so let's put some more paper up, and then we're going to shoot the SPR and some other ARs real quick.
Okay.
Actually, nothing happens real quick out here. Real slow.
I'm going to grab the stapler.
Roger. Now we're going to check 0 on my SPR. We'll see how it's shooting.
Okay.
And we'll check velocity too, so I can update it for these conditions. Okay, we just swapped hats. And Jardine looks good in that hat, don't you think? You look like you're a dude from down under.
Ooh.
It looks right on you. I look like a goober in that hat.
I'm gonna rock it then, dude. Let's go.
I do. It's embarrassing. Okay, here we go, bro. You're filming.
Yep. Give it
These
to me.
are 77 grain match loads out of my AR build. As a review, you saw it on the driveway. I think this is just a Rock River Arms chrome line, chrome plated, matte chrome plated bolt carrier group.
Okay.
And I've got a really nice AR gold trigger on it. I think I mentioned that. Bad lever. The barrel on this is, I think, Odin Works. Odin Works barrel. Then I have the Battle Comp on it.
Battle Comp
2.0. And other stuff that's not important. Here we go. So let's watch our velocity. Again, we're doing this because we're going to shoot this at range as well. Still a great option. A 77 grain out of your AR. Way high. I'm going to go dead center, Mike.
Okay.
Top target. Little heat mirage. Wind is good. Firing. Firing. Oh my gosh, dude. It is awesome. It's like a half inch.
Really?
Really.
Your velocities went from high 2700s to the last shot was 2824.
Wow. Let me, I got to change zero. It's shooting high. So let me come down. At least full 1 MOA. I'll try that. Upper left now.
Okay.
Clear in the back still. Off camera, we're checking with the binos, make sure no one's behind there. God, that's a nice trigger. That one strung a little more. Lower left. Still needs to come down a bit.
You've been consistently low 2800s the last string.
That's not bad.
How's that zero look?
I'm still shooting a little bit high.
Okay.
So I'm going to come down a total of like 2 MOA from when I zeroed it last time. Left and right looks pretty good. Lower right now, and those are the last shots. I'll tell you right now, this is blowing its shit away.
Really?
Yeah, that was basically the same hole. It blew that 224 out of the water. For accuracy, granted, we only have 3 loads we tried, and you could probably find some loads at work.
Right.
I need to come a little bit right on this, by the way. Right. 1, 2, 3. Reset dial. Let's see where my up and down is on this. Still too high. 1, 2, 3. Reset dial. We'll call it good. All right, we're gonna wrap up the zeroing video, but this, dude.
So real quick, let's go back to that real quick. So
Okay.
before we even started this with the zeros, we were
What?
talking about if you're gonna start with an AR-15, you're gonna do a 224 or consider a 224. Is that a more viable option than running an AR-15 with 77 grain?
Well, here's the deal. The advantage of the 224 Valkyrie is that it remains supersonic technically to 1,300 yards. You can get a long BC bullet. That's the advantage. What we sold it as earlier in the video, and I would still say this, is that if it's running around the same price as 77.556, it's an option. And I'm shooting 1 barrel. There might be other barrels out there that shoot this stuff as good as this does. Remember, this barrel, this Odin Works barrel is, dude, it's the bomb.
It's a top end
This
barrel.
is really good steel. They do great barrels. I've talked about it, raved about Odin Works. There's some others out there too. BCM can put a good barrel. Daniel Defense puts a good barrel. Some FN barrels shoot really awesome.
Okay. Just something to think about.
We'll draw conclusions at the end of the op.
Yeah,
It's early in the op, but we're talking accuracy here.
And we'll see. We'll know more too once we get out and we test both rounds at 700 yards to see what kind of
Right. I think,
adjustments we have
I
to
hope at 700 yards, this far steel, this is going to be struggling. Whereas the 224, hopefully, does okay. But the thing that worries me is we're seeing dispersion at 100.
Yeah.
So that means that 2-inch dispersion at 100 is going to be what? Freaking 14 inches?
14 inches is
That's a lot.
Yep.
So what I'm seeing right now with this particular combination is we're not seeing the intrinsic, like, oh my gosh, accuracy out of the 224. Are you?
No.
A couple groups. We had a couple groups, and the ones I did prior last month are impressive.
Yeah, the previous groups you shot looked better to me as a whole.
Yeah.
We did have a couple of groups out of the 5 or 6 that each of us shot that were really good.
Right.
But the inconsistency between the rounds was pretty broad.
All right, so I'm going to update the data for my program on these 77s. We'll just get to average real quick. Ideally, you shoot a whole bunch of rounds, but we're operational, so we got a bunch of crap to do. 28-25 is what I'm going to use. Let's see what the SD and extreme spread, 89, that's not great. 29, that's not bad, standard Deve.
Pretty good.
Could be better. Do you remember what I said? 28, what was it?
28.
I forgot already. 28-25, okay. And then we'll go check it and wrap the video up.
Okay, let's go
Hope
check.
you guys are thoroughly bored. Thoroughly bored. You look good in that hat.
Hey, all right, dude.
TMPers, don't you think Jardine looks good in that hat?
It doesn't matter.
I don't.
He's keeping it.
That just makes me laugh, man. If I lost 20 pounds, maybe I'd look good in it with my fat face, fat damn chipmunk cheeks. That's a value AR. That's like one of those $600 ARs, I think. Long gone, DPMS out of business. But guys own this, so they want to review.
Okay, so how many shots am I taking with this guy?
3 at each one.
3 at all across the bottom, or
just do like 12 shots total out of that.
12 shots. So we'll do 3.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
4 groups of 3 if you could.
4 groups of 3. All right, here we go. That trigger is horrible.
It's bad, isn't it?
It's just crunchy. Okay.
I don't know if I want to shoot 77s in it. With that scope, why waste them?
I wouldn't.
I'm not.
I wouldn't.
Not even worth it. We'll call it good.
Okay.
Call it good. What's that? What kind of round is that? Look at the stamp.
This is Federal 223.
So American Eagle.
Yep.
55.
Yep.
That stuff's usually not very accurate, by the way.
Yeah, this is just plinking ammunition mostly. I'm gonna set that in the ammo can so I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, you gotta wait till I don't have the camera on?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on, isn't there?
Dude, a lot. More than they know.
More than you guys know. This is my pack that I use for survival kit and first aid. Maybe I show you the details one day. Prepare to be underimpressed.
What is that pack? You know what the make of the bag is?
This one here?
Yeah.
It's an Arc'teryx.
It's nice.
It's a messenger bag that I had to totally modify. I cut the strap off, zip tied it.
It's nice, dude. It's like
For the
nice.
X5,
I was checking the
perfect.
material out. Man, it looks like it is.
Yeah,
sweet.
I wouldn't want to carry it around on my person because it's really heavy. I mean, the bag itself empty was like 4 pounds. I bought it used off eBay for the EDC video. I'm like, oh, this looks cool. I got it. Like 4 pounds empty?
I remember that, dude.
Forget that. Me with weight again.
Right.
Still think you look like a Aussie special ops guy in that hat.
Hey, I like it.
Mountain golf cart. Wolverine X4. All right, let's see how we did. So this will be the SPR, and then we shot another AR-15. I've shown it to you, but we're not gonna tell you what it is. Dang, dude, we're eating dust, huge.
Yeah, we are. Wow.
You shot the top target.
I wasn't aiming for the top. I was going for...
Holy hell. So this is a group from the SPR right here.
Dude, that's supposed to be...
That's my group.
Yeah,
that's the one I called.
Supposed to be down here. That's supposed to be down there.
Holy crap.
That's supposed to be down there.
It was a DPMS. We'll just tell them that.
It's a DPMS.
With a 5-power scope.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's actually better than I thought it was going to be. That's a little crazy. Damn. Dude,
Okay, so here, hold this. I got to mark the SPR. So the SPR is right here.
Yes.
Look at that group, dude.
Nice.
AR SPR 18-inch 420 Operation Valkyrie desert, of course, and this is 77 grain match. This is the group right here.
Yep.
Look at that, dude.
Nice.
Holy freak, that's like a third MOA. Operational 77 grain. That's the one I shot, and I was telling you, oh dude, it's looking good.
Yeah.
Discount that. That's not me.
Yeah,
That's errant flyers. I don't think that was me. That may have been. I don't remember.
That was...
I'm going to pretend it wasn't though.
Well, so these ones should be down here.
Yeah. So
should be down.
that is from your DPMS.
Yeah,
so we're shooting at about 2 MOA.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 MOA.
Maybe 3.
Look at this group, dude.
Yep.
That's a 77 out of the SPR. Discount that.
Right.
That. 77 grain. Okay, we don't want to spend more time on that DPMS, to be totally honest with you guys. So we're going to call it good. I'm not going to bring paper to the tabletop. It's got a really crappy scope on it. It's a Vortex 5-power. It's horrendous. The gun's out of production. I'll talk to it accuracy and I'll say it's pretty crappy. With that scope, you're seeing it right here. So this is a group. That's about 2 1/4.
Yeah.
This is about 2 1/2. I'll call it 2 to 3 inches. This is not bad right here. This is you.
Yeah. All 3 of these should be down on the orange.
How did you connect with this and then you're up here? That's weird.
No, dude. I was aiming for this. That's got to be the 0 on the scope.
Oh,
that's what
so
I'm
you were
saying.
aiming here.
I was aiming
so
here.
it's shooting 5 inches high.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Okay, that's a good group out of that gun with that scope.
Thank you.
I'll give a little bit of credit for that.
A little bit. I was warming up to it by that point.
All right, wrapping up. This has been the sight-in session for the 224 Valkyrie. Conclusions that we have to this point. We've talked to them already, right? We're not overly impressed with the accuracy that we've seen in field. I did shoot last month, and the accuracy was a lot better. We did check the can, by the way.
Yes, we did.
And that can was what?
It was tight.
It was tight.
We confirmed
Scope
it.
is tight.
Yeah, everything's good.
Everything's good.
Everything's good.
Trigger pulls are good. Stability was good.
Yep.
So there's no obvious reason why we're not shooting like this. What I really wanted to see is the Valkyrie performing like this.
Yeah, that would be amazing to see. I'd have been totally stoked to see consistent groups like this. This is amazing.
Odinworks barrel, Nutnfancy
sub-MOA.
AR build. Dude, this is what I talk about on tabletop. It's freaking amazing. Operational off a damn polymer table.
Yeah. Yep. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens with the steel. We're not calling it yet. I still have high hopes for the round. Hey, if we're whacking it at 700 yards plus, awesome.
Yeah, we got an IPSC, 700 yards.
Something tells me that we're going to shoot it at whatever distance we push to, 900 or 1,000, and it's going to be all over the place. We'll see. We'll see. We'll drive out on the Wolverine and show you as it happens and prepare to be underwhelmed.
Yep.
So here's what's happened. When the video first started, everyone's like going to their favorite website and they're adding to cart 224 upper, 224 upper, 1,000 rounds, 224. Now they're like, delete.
Unless there's that poor guy that's already bought it. And now he's
We're not giving up hope. That's not what we're saying.
No. We just want to see, if it's connected to this range, I'll be pumped, man. If we're getting consistent hits, dialing in with the 224, 700 yards, I'll be pretty excited.
And how many times we've seen that? So paper performs differently than actual hitting steel.
Yeah, and I mean, we're still talking small groups, right? I mean, we had some groups that were MOA groups on the 224.
Right.
Some were a little bit more open. Not all the ammunition performed consistent. So
And surprisingly, that
It was a
75 grain from
75.
American
I
Eagle
know.
did the best.
Well, luckily we have a whole box of that stuff, but
We got more of it.
yeah.
But it's got the worst BC. So now
I don't know.
it's going to
how
have a bigger
explain it.
drop.
Yeah.
Whatever. It just
Well,
didn't
we'll
turn
dial
out
it
the way
in.
I thought it would.
No.
Welcome to the dang desert.
I thought the ELDs was going to be primo because they perform pretty well in almost any caliber and any round.
Yep.
So
How many times have you and I come out with Hornady loads and it's like this?
oh,
They're
dude.
tight.
Yeah, that's usually one of our best performers.
Like the AK Hornady load. That thing's really good. That's like a go-to-war round for
I
me.
think too when we shot the Bagara 308.
Right.
We shot that was, man, it seemed like, if I recall, I think the Horny was our best performer.
Right,
So,
right.
We'll see. I'm excited to try though. It's gonna be fun, dude.
All right, so Jardine has been telling me he's hoping that he gets 3 bars on his cell phone because he wants to catch reruns of Golden Girls later tonight in his Trailblazer where he's going to be sleeping.
Yes.
No, we're not sleeping together. We're going to social distance.
That's right. 6 feet.
And we don't want to get busted by that F-35 doing a high-speed pass.
That was awesome, by the way.
That was
super
awesome.
Cool. That was super cool. I hope
This
we
is
get
what they're
another
going
one
to
of
say in comments. Hey, everything was total crap except the flyby.
those. Dude, you just as well stop the video right there.
Okay, here we go. See ya.
All right, laters.